Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about what do you do when you don't know what to do. I'm sure you've had many of those moments and those in between seasons that felt like I literally don't know what I'm doing and I don't know what to do. And I would love to hear in the comments below, how do you navigate those seasons? And I'm going to talk about how I navigate mine. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. Please consider staying to the end. And if you are also one of my loyal subscribers, welcome and thank you for watching. Watch until the end and share this video with anybody that it could benefit. When I just started my daily posting, today is day, I think, 61. I've completely lost track. It has become so much a part of me right now until I don't even remember what day, but I think it's 61. I used to get anxious when I didn't know what I was going to talk about because I said it publicly that I'm posting daily and I didn't want to not do it. Not because any of you guys would probably care, but because I would care and I would feel like I am not showing up for myself and I'm not keeping my words to myself, which is one of the fastest ways to erode your confidence. Imagine spending so much time just building up to feel like, yes, I can do this, and then you just break yourself down. So I didn't want to not post, and out of these entire 61 days, I probably had ideas for like 11. I'm sure I would have figured something else out, but at the time when I started, I didn't have all of those 11 even. I just picked them up along the way. And so I used to get so anxious because I would ask myself, what am I going to talk about today? Sometimes an idea would come to me, something would happen throughout my day, trigger something for me to talk about, or I would express how I'm feeling, kind of jot it down. I'll probably ask chat GPT to help me like combine my ideas into what I'm feeling like I want to talk about into something that's concrete and to get ideas and inspiration and so forth. And those were some of the days when I would have a more scripted content, and then there's some days when I know, like I've mentioned, if I literally try to read a script, I'm gonna mess it up because I'm not connected to the message and I'm not feeling that connection to anything scripted. I just need to really flow with what I'm feeling and let the words flow. Today is kind of one of those days too, but I would literally feel so anxious. I would kind of delay. I don't have a set filming time. I try to upload my videos by 8 p.m. most nights, but there are times when I'm just filming my videos at 8 p.m. because I didn't know what to talk about and it just took a longer process for me to get it together. And at first it was just an anxious experience for me. I dreaded it in the beginning because I didn't know what to talk about. But every single time, as you've seen, I've posted daily for the past 61 days. So I've found something to talk about. And many times after I posted my videos, I'm literally watching them back and just thought, was this me who didn't have something to talk about 15 minutes ago? The moment I sat down in front of my camera with the intention to record, the words just so happened to come. And I would just say one thing and then I would just extend it to something else, and before you know it, I have a full video. There are days where I feel excited. I know exactly what I want to talk about from the moment I wake up in the morning, and I come on camera and talk about it. And there are days when I know what I'm going to talk about in the morning, but throughout my day I get thrown off and I don't feel connected to it anymore and I have to figure out something else. And that has just been the entire process. And when I look now at 61 days, I don't feel anxious when I don't know what to talk about anymore. I didn't really know what I was going to talk about today. And as I was thinking about it, just like a few minutes ago, I literally just thought, oh, when you don't know what to do, you go do the thing that you don't know what to do. And in motion, you will figure it out. That is exactly what I've been doing this entire time. If I felt like I didn't know what I wanted to talk about, I sit in front of my camera and sometimes I'll just start talking and let the words flow and I would just have a video. Sometimes we just try to complicate things, and it's not really because we want to overcomplicate it. It's just because we want it to be good and we want it to be great. And I get it, because every single time I sit down to make a video, I want it to be the video that changes your life. A lot of pressure. But it's also like, every video is not going to do that, and I have to be okay with it. But me not recording is not going to create a video, right? So I am literally like stalling the process, and we do this all the time with many different things, or at least I do. So this process has just really helped me to see that when you don't know exactly the path, you just have to start moving. Create your intention. My intention is to make a video, so I sit in front of my camera ready to record. I don't know what I'm gonna say, but I know once I'm here, I'll figure it out. If I'm not here and I'm thinking like, I don't know what to say, so I'm not gonna turn the camera on, I'm not gonna do anything, then I won't do anything. So when you have something that you are in between with, whether it's to make a decision or it's to do something, and you're like, I really don't know what to do. Is it really that you don't know what to do? Or is it just that because you don't have the full picture, you don't want to start? Many things we will never have the full picture for. And many of the things that I've created, even this phone that I'm recording on right now, I'm sure when the manufacturer decided to make a phone, they didn't know the full picture, but they started, and it turned into something that I can literally talk to you through. This is just the same concept with everything. Whenever you feel like you're in a space where you don't know what to do, start something, break it down, create your intention. This is actually what I want to do, and I just need to know what the first step is and my end result. I don't need to know everything in between, because I'm just slowing down me actually getting the outcome that I really truly desire. And this is just me talking about my filming and video process for my daily posting. You can apply this to anything in your life that you realize you are stalling on because you just don't feel like you have all the answers. So apply it to that thing. You know what it is, I don't. But I just wanted to come on here and make this video to help you to see things from a different perspective, and maybe it will help you to not be so hard on yourself and not feeling like you have to have it all figured out, because I don't, and many other people don't. Some won't say, but the ones who do, I would think they're being honest. And yeah, just make your intention, see what you want to do, and just start. You'll figure things out as you go, and I think that's the best approach, because you learn so much. I'm learning so much about myself on this process. As I've said so many times, I just didn't even realize how much this has helped me to assess my energy level. Like, I have to be a lot more intentional about how I show up in my day, just so that I can produce and create at the end of my days. And some days I don't manage it very well, and I'm very droopy and just out of it, but I still do my video. I just, probably after I finish, I'm just like, you know, because it took so much to do it, because I've just had a very long and draining day. And there are days when I'm pumped up and excited and it just works out, which is life. Sometimes, you know, we try to balance everything, but we don't always get it right. And it's just a continuous effort to try to ensure that we create a balance, but balance is sometimes just not the possible until you get to a certain level. But it just really taught me a lot about myself, and that is one of the great things about you starting without having everything figured out, because you're going to learn a lot about how you work and about yourself in the process. You know, I have just also learned about my creativity, because you will get really creative to find things to talk about when you are literally committing to a long, at least like 3 months of posting every single day. You're going to get like ultra. And I mentioned in a previous video that creativity does not just mean drawing and painting. Like, you literally, creativity lives in everybody and it's in everything. It's just that you have to activate it to the way that you express yours. You just have to learn the way that you express yours, and it's in many different ways. We just have to be it with ourselves and to see what our creativity looks like and what does it actually entail. So I would definitely recommend you start before you're ready. I would definitely recommend you figure it out along the way, because you're going to learn so much about yourself and you're going to enjoy the process a lot more, because there's literally going to be ebbs and flows. You know, these some days you're like ready, some days you're not, and you just get it done anyway. And also, like for me personally, there are just some things that I realize that helps me, even if I have a long drawn out day and I just want to get my energy up a little bit just to film, you know, working out, taking a shower, things that calm your mind and kind of refreshes you so that you can get back into the zone. And just whatever works for you. At the end of the day, this is your journey, this is what works for you. I talk about what works for me and I can share my experiences, and you still can choose what works for you. But yeah, start before you're ready, learn along the way, and you will literally thank yourself for it, because you will grow so much in the process and you will enjoy that growth because you are actually facilitating it. All right, so that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not yet subscribed. If you're new here, welcome again. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to everybody who was watching my channel. I appreciate you guys so much. And please give the video a like so that it can reach more people, and share this video so other people can get this message. And as I said, comment below and tell me, how do you deal with the process of not knowing what to do? Is it similar to what I just shared, or something else? I'd love to learn, and I'm sure everybody else watching the video would also love to learn. Follow me on all social media platforms at Khrista-Lee. That's TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And I will see you in my next video tomorrow. Let's go make some mistakes. Bye.